Our skilled players are good. It's really a fun group to coach. Our coaching staff has done a really good job getting them ready. Our guys worked hard. Last year we weren't real happy with how things finished, and our kids kind of took that attitude. In the off season, there's a lot of work that goes into a season as far as training goes, and they really trained hard through the winter, spring, summer is a big training time for us, and our kids worked hard. And you can kind of see it. Usually those first few games, you can see who really did the work in the summer, and I'm really proud of our guys because they started playing fast right away. We did have some injuries last week. They were unfortunate. That's part of the game. We had a local player here, Donnie Lockhart, who had a really good game for us. Looked like he has a knee injury. He may be out for the season. The good news for him, it came early enough. If it comes early enough in the season, at our level, you can get a medical red shirt. So hopefully down the road, he'll utilize that year, a couple of years from now, and get those opportunities to play. The game of football is just an awesome game. And college football, we feel like, is the best brand out there. It's a lot of fun. It's not a business at this level. You look at the Division I institutions, and there's so much pressure to do well. There's so much money on the line each and every week. But at the Division II level, you have, really true student athletes that are playing because they love the game. They have to go to class. They're not. We have some tutoring, but they're just like every other student on campus, and they have to do all the work. And they're not pampered athletes that you read about and things like that. So they're playing for the love of it. Every game is critical. The one thing we talk about our kids all the time is the game of football. You only get 11. We get 11 guaranteed games, and so you put a lot of time and effort. They do per game. The amount of time and work that they put in for every play that they get is special. So we try to tell them, take advantage of every opportunity. And we are blessed this year. We have a lot of depth, so we may have a very good player that only gets in 3 snaps, and their attitude has been really good because they could give that pout look and be upset with coaches and other players and stuff like that. But instead, they just come back the next week and they try to work a little harder, prove to the coaches they should play more. And we just try to tell them, hey, those 3 plays, take full advantage of every play you get, because it is a special time. And you all remember your college days as a great experience, and that's what we try to preach to them. Don't take it for granted. The team we have coming in this week, if you have an opportunity to come out to Yeager Stadium at 2:30 on Saturday, is a really good team that we're playing. They have a few players that are probably as good at any level of play. Their receiver was supposed to go to K-State last year. He was one of the top junior college receivers in the country. Wasn't able to make that switch. Ended up at Central Oklahoma. He's eligible now. He's playing. He's a very good player. They have a tailback that is one of the better tailbacks in the country. Matter of fact, the general manager from the Kansas City Chiefs will be at our game. Mr. Dorsey will be there, and I think it's to see this running back play. He's exceptional. But we feel like we have a good defense. We're hoping to corral him and the receiver, make them earn their points. Is kind of our motto. But we have a really good front, and we feel like if you watch the game of football, I always tell people that if they're going to see who's going to win, early in the game, don't follow the ball and just look at that line of scrimmage and see who's pushing who's getting after who. And if you can, if one side is kind of owning the line of scrimmage, they're probably going to win. And that's the way we feel that we can do it each and every week. And so hopefully our defensive front gets after their offensive line, doesn't allow them, to have those crease-type runs and big plays on offense. And then offensively, we have some big kids up front. We have a couple guys that are in the 6'3", 6'4" range. They're a little bit too big. They may be eating too many buffets. They're 340, 330 pounds. We're trying to work them down a little bit. We're one of the few teams that will substitute on the offensive line in the middle of a drive, because we can see when you're carrying that amount of body weight, you get tired. So we do sub in and out sometimes on the offensive line. But we're blessed. We have 7 or 8 offensive linemen that can really play, we feel like. So we're trying to get them all in. We have some good backs. Our quarterback, Mitch Bueller, right here in Rossville, as a junior, and he's really playing well. And we like to throw the ball, so we feel like we have kind of an up-tempo offense, but we preach kind of old school. We run with a fullback, and we try to run a physical running game. So if you like that brand of football, come out and see us play, and I think you'll enjoy the game. If you get there early, go to the North End. It's probably one of the best tailgate experiences in all of college football. It's just an awesome venue. The university is beautiful. The way the stadium sets up. Our first home game this year, we had over 8,000 fans there, and it was really one of the neater Saturday experiences, or it was a Thursday evening, but one of the neater game days I've been involved with. And we have some off weeks. I get to go to some different games every once in a while, but I would say a game day at Washburn University is one of the best in the country at any level. Just a couple announcements about our team, then I'll kind of open up for any questions you might have. We do have some kids that are playing in the NFL. One of our players, Michael Wilhoite from right here in Topeka, played at Highland Park High School, played with us for 5 seasons, was part of the Super Bowl year last year as a special teams player. He is a kid that has worked extremely hard and has made himself available at every opportunity. He'll start for the San Francisco 49ers tonight. They play on NFL Network at 7:30 versus the St. Louis Rams. And the St. Louis game is kind of a unique deal for us in Washburn alumni. Joe Hastings, who played here, got his first NFL start when they played in St. Louis, and we were able to make that game. And then last year, Michael Wilhoite got his first opportunity to be activated as an NFL player in the St. Louis game at the Dome there. And then this year, he gets his first NFL start as a linebacker, and will play the majority of the game there. So it's kind of been a unique experience. He'll have a lot of people there to watch him play because of the proximity, and they're very proud of his accomplishments. And then we have Cary Williams, who played defensive back here, as an All-American defensive back. He's the starting corner now. He was with the Baltimore Ravens last year and won the Super Bowl. He's now the starting corner for the Philadelphia Eagles. And you saw him early. If you saw that first game with the Eagles in the Washington Redskins, he had a really good game, had a great interception. And we were able to keep tabs on those guys. They're very good about keeping in touch with the coaches and players, and they always want to know how Washburn's doing, and they've been pleased with our start so far. We also have an offensive lineman, Brian Folkerts, who is from St. Louis, came here, played as a true freshman, 4-year starter at offensive line, and he made, this is really hard to do, he went to a tryout with the Carolina Panthers. Basically the way that works, they bring in like 30 guys, and they're just looking for a few guys for their camp. And he impressed them so much, they signed him to their camp squad. That's 90-some guys. And then he impressed them so much out of that and through the camp that he made their 53-man roster. And that's a tremendous accomplishment for an unsigned free agent just coming in as a hard-working guy. They just wanted a guy to give him a great look. And he worked so hard that he impressed them so much that he's on their 53-man roster. So what a great accomplishment by him. He was going to actually, he's such a neat kid. He has about 6 hours left for his degree. And so he's going to come back and help us coach and finish up his business degree. Very intelligent young man. He played 4 years, didn't redshirt at all. And then he called me that Monday, kind of the last day to drop out of his classes. Actually, he said, "Hey, Coach, I need help in dropping my classes. I made the team." So it's just a great experience for him. But that's the way his mind thinks. He doesn't miss anything. That would be the furthest thing from my mind if you ended up making the Carolina Panthers. But he wanted to make sure he had everything taken care of. And just really an impressive young man. But again, tonight, if you get an opportunity to watch Michael, he's number 57. He's one of the inside linebackers, and it's we're very proud of that as a university, and Topeka should be proud. We've had 2 NFL, and this is rare. Trey Lewis and his uncle's right here. Played at Washburn Rural High School. Played at Washburn University. Drafted by the Atlanta Falcons. Started in the NFL. Michael Wilhoite, Topeka product, Washburn product. Starting linebacker in the NFL. I mean, what a unique experience that is, and we're just proud to be part of it. And those guys put in a tremendous amount of work, and now they reap the benefits. But I'd like to open up to any questions you might have.